Alright, hey, HadesOmega here. I'm about ready to go out and do some DoorDash because I don't have any PVD work today, okay? It's the week after New Year's, alright? It's pretty much, it's the Friday after New Year's. And the last time I did PVD work was Monday, okay? I got a text from one of my supervisors asking if I could come in and work. Alright, that was it. And so there's also this kind of text message system that you sign up for at the when you start working, and like they send messages through it. And last week they sent me a message every day before New Year's. Every day I got a message saying, hey, we don't need drivers next week. You know, it's like it's something different every week because they didn't really do that. They never really did that before that. All right, that I got a text message through that system every day last week, and then this week I didn't get a single text message. So I was like, it's kind of like you don't know what's going on. It's pretty much you're just coming along for the ride, right? It's like a one-way street, all right? And it's like if you need to work, they don't accommodate you. But if they need you to work, then yeah, they'll call you up. So I was like, damn. It just seems like they hired so many PVDs, they don't really care who works or who not. You know, it is really like a gig job, man. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, you're like on the job, on call. All right, so I don't know. Like, could you get in trouble if you're not available that day? Like they ask you, hey, you got work, or hey, you've been assigned packages from a route, like, you know, and it's just like surprise, you know. So I'm kind of like, that's one thing I don't like about this job is you don't know what's gonna happen every day. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So this is kind of like my gripe vlog for this week. So yeah, Monday was the last day I worked, and it was it was the most different day ever, okay? Because for one thing, I don't normally work Mondays because they always tell me the volume is low on Mondays. We don't, you know, normally we don't have PVDs on Mondays. So but I guess they had a lot of extra packages in the warehouse and they were trying to get rid of them, or maybe some drivers didn't show up, something like that. And we were like pulling packages off of trucks and delivering them, right? And those of us with those people with the small vehicles, like they had to leave all the really big stuff. So that's what I noticed. But yeah, basically I went from the warehouse and back to the warehouse to pick up packages like 3 times, and that adds up a lot of miles, and it takes a lot of time to go back to the warehouse. It takes at least like an hour to get back to the warehouse, especially when there's like traffic. All right, so because you got, I mean, it's not like it takes an hour to get to the warehouse, but it takes an hour to get back to the warehouse, load the packages up, and get ready to go back out, you know, and figure out what you're going to be doing. Because you could be going to a different place after, because you're grabbing packages like that. It goes certain places, you know. You could make some crazy route if you want. So I'm gonna say they were pretty much, yeah, just go grab some packages and deliver them. I'm like, okay, which is kind of cool. In a way, it's just like, yeah, you can kind of just do whatever work you want to do, you know. And they you know, no questions asked, pretty much. You know, they just like, yeah, go do it. But yeah, that's one thing. That's one aspect of this PVD job that I don't like, is like you don't get like guaranteed work, man. So after Monday, like I put in a good amount of time on Monday, maybe like 7 hours, and then that was it. Like I texted the supervisor yesterday and asked them. I texted the supervisor the day after Monday, all right, Tuesday, and I asked him, is there any work to do? And he's like, no. And then and I just said like, oh, I forget it, man. I hate freaking having to call them up or text them asking if there's work. It's just so annoying. Like if there's work, just give me work every day. You know, it's like I said, it's kind of random every day. Like you might get work and you might not. And well, it's after New Year's and everything. I knew this was gonna happen. Like after New Year's, everything just kind of dies down, and then, you know, you get less and less work. So this job is way different than being hired as a driver, all right, and driving their trucks. As a PVD, you're kind of just like, yeah, you're a gig worker. You're you're a gig worker, but you're not a gig worker. That's what I'm saying, because they hired me, full time, and I wanted to work every day, until the last day, and that's not happening, man. And so after Tuesday, I just said, forget it, man. If they don't call you, I'm not gonna call them. And so every day, Wednesday rolls along, Tuesday rolls along, and HadesOmega's has been doing DoorDash the whole time, all right? And DoorDash is really slow right now, too. So like it's just like, yeah, man, I need to make money, and it's not happening. That's what I say, all right? PVD is a great way to make a lot of money, but like it's very unstable, you can't really rely on that. Like that driver told me, I think the best time to work is right when they start hiring people. Okay, I think that's when they need it the most, is right when they start hiring people in like November, or I think maybe like October they're already starting to hire people. But so rest assured, next year I'll know, and I'll know how flexible they are too. So like if I can't work, then you can bet that I'm not gonna be, I'm gonna tell them, hey, I can't work today. See, too bad, suckers. That type of thing. All right. But yeah, my intention for working as a PVD this season was to work every day. Like when I applied, my intention was to work every day that I could, as much as I could, and that's not happening. I'm only working like, yeah, three maybe 4 days out of the week. That's not what I wanted. Okay. It is kind of tiring work. It is nice to kind of like work one day and then take a break the next day, or work one day, or just maybe not have that big a route, But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing something right. maybe Berlin's not doing something right. I'm not delivering the packages right or something, and they're just like, let's not have this guy work anymore. He's screwing stuff up. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if there's like a I don't know how they select who drives every day, man. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go out and do some DoorDash in my RAV4. It's a little wet right now. I would normally take my Super Cup. I would normally take a Super Cup right here, but it kind of rained a little bit yesterday, so the roads are a little damp. So I don't want to ride if it's all wet outside. So I'm gonna just drive the RAV4 today, and then we'll drive it tonight too. So that's kind of a bummer. I wanted to work. So tomorrow is Saturday, and I ain't getting any kind of text message or anything asking if I want to work on Saturday, so I'm assuming I'm not going to work on Saturday either. Maybe I'll send a text message to Jason, my supervisor, and see if we got work tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just kind of over it now, and I kind of don't want to. I don't kind of want to do this anymore because like you have to like beg for work. That's what it is. You're begging for work, and I don't like that, man. I want just give me work. Just give me work. I didn't say like I wasn't working. Like every time they ask me to work, I work. Okay, I get a message or something, or they call me like, hey, can you work today? Like, yes, I always say yes. I'd imagine if I keep on saying no, then you're just gonna like say, well, this guy doesn't want to work, we're not gonna call him anymore, the type of thing, But that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. This is like you're kind of a gig worker, and you gotta beg for work, and I kind of don't like that, maybe I should work for Amazon or something. Anyway, HadesOmega's gonna go out and do the DoorDash. We got one more day of work this week, and we'll see what happens. I don't get any text message from anybody anymore after Monday, so I don't know what the deal is. I was getting text messages from that text message system like every day last week, and that was nice. At least I kind of knew what was going on. Like I would get a message saying, hey, we don't need drivers today, maybe it'll pick up tomorrow, and then most of the time I'll get a message that says, if you don't get a call from a driver, call the warehouse and see if they have work, and that's what I do. Okay, typically I'll wake up at like 9 o'clock, and I'll check my phone for messages, or if somebody calls, and then I'll go back to sleep, and I'll wake up at 9:30, and then check for text messages again, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll go to sleep again, and then I'll wake up at 10 o'clock, and then nothing, and then yeah, I'll just be kind of up at that time, and then like 10 o'clock is about that time that a driver would call you, all right, and then if it gets to like 11 o'clock, it's time to call for work, or you're just not working today. So that's the way it's been the rest of the week. It's just like, I'm not working today because nobody's called me to work, so they don't need your help, Merlin. This is what it is. I know, it's like, what I've seen is like some drivers from other centers they've been sending drivers from other centers to our center to work. Like that was the case on Monday, because on Monday they asked me like, hey, what center do you work for? I'm like, I work for Almaden, this one. I was like, I don't work for the other ones. So it seemed like they were taking people from other centers because they needed a lot of, so I guess if they need a lot of help, or there's people looking for work, they send you to a different center. But I've never done that, you know. They haven't sent me to another center, so that kind of sucks. Like there's other ones out there in the building, so you can deliver in a different route or something. Send me to Berryessa. That's because that's near where I live. So okay, something like that. But yeah, that's never happened to me. I don't know, man. It just seems like you just kind of get lost in the mix type of thing. Okay. All right, so time to go do some DoorDash. Unfortunately, I'll just be chilling. The nice thing about DoorDash is much more chill than UPS, but you know, not make me nearly enough money. That's what I'll say. All right, here's we go. Alright, hey, HadesOmega here, and it's Valentine's Day 2022. Alright, so this is what happened after that last vlog, alright? So after that last vlog, I got COVID, okay? That's what happens, and it took me a long time to recover. So yeah, I never worked again after that last vlog. That's what I'll say, alright? So supposedly, January 15 was the last day that the PVDs were gonna be working, you know, or that you would be hired, you know. I never got a single call after that day, and anyway, I was too sick to work anyways. If they called me, I was just gonna tell them, hey, I got COVID, I can't work. I can't come in, and I'm gonna infect everybody, you know, that type of thing, and I'm way too sick to be delivering packages anyway. So yeah. That's what would have happened if they called me, but they never called me once after that day, all right? And I didn't bother calling them because obviously I was sick, you know. I thought about maybe I should have just called them and just tell them, hey, I'm sick, I can't work for the remainder of the peak season. That's what I say, all right? So now I did kind of look and see if UPS had some kind of sick pay thing, and I think they do for COVID. And then like, yeah, I don't know, I probably should have just called like a supervisor or something and told them, hey, I got COVID, like, is there any way I can get like a sick pay because I'm not working? But it doesn't matter anyways, because I wouldn't be working anyways, because they never called me up once, okay, since the last time I worked. So yeah, I think here's what happened with the COVID. All right, I'll kind of go over like everything, and then yeah, that's the end of my PVD vlogs, all right? And whether I'm gonna do it again next year or not. So that'll probably be the last one, the last part of the video. So that Saturday, I had like a headache, and I was doing DoorDash. I was doing DoorDash like the whole week. And if you guys are wondering, I have no idea how I got COVID, okay? I think it's the COVID, the Omicron variant, all right? Yeah, the super highly contagious one, all right? And yeah, so my whole family wound up getting it. All right, everyone in the house that I live with, they all got it. So we don't really know who got it, who got it, and who gave it to everybody else. All right, I think it's my dad. He seemed to be the one that was sick first. All right, but I don't know 100%. Okay, I might have got it doing DoorDash, because when I DoorDash on a motorcycle, I only wear a head sock, like, and like I put it over my mouth and nose, so it's like kind of like a cloth head sock, or like a cloth mask, All right, that I used that the whole year last year, and I didn't get sick. All right, so but remember the Omicron variant is more contagious. So I was reading somewhere, or I saw somewhere like on some kind of news report, that a cloth mask is only like 20 or 30% effective against the Omicron variant. So okay, so the cloth mask ain't gonna cut it anymore. So now I wear a surgical mask underneath my head sock. So like that's what they call double masking. So, and it's not so bad, except it's gonna suck when the summer comes along, man. I hope this thing is kind of over by the summer is what I want to say. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know how we got it. All right. And so that Saturday after that last video I shot, I got a headache. And then I worked again on Sunday, and then I had like a headache and a sore throat, and I knew like, oh, I'm sick. I realized, like, I thought I just had a headache on Saturday, so I was like, okay. And then Sunday, you know, I hope I didn't get anybody sick. Is what I'm gonna say. Chances of you getting somebody, well, you know, another thing is, like, I think I might have got it from somebody in a restaurant. Okay, because there's a lot of times I'm in the restaurant and I'm waiting for the food, and there's just like hella people around waiting, you know. So one of those people could have had COVID, you know, and I'm only wearing the cloth mask, so. So I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the Saturday and Sunday by Sunday evening I was pretty sick already. I was like, oh, I think that's it. I better not work anymore. I'm super sick. And then I was wondering if I would get any work from UPS, and nothing. You know, it's the same story. But I was sick, so I said, like, okay, I'm just not gonna call. And if they call me for work, I'm just gonna tell them, hey, I got COVID. You know. And time went on and on and on, and no call. So Sunday I was pretty sick by the end of the night, and then Monday, yeah, the third, fourth, and fifth, and like sixth, the next week pretty much was the worst. All right, I have never been that sick for as long as I can remember, is what I want to say. Okay, I was so sick I could not get out of bed. All right. And if you guys are wondering, I have the 2 Pfizer vaccine shots at the time. Yeah, I had the 2 Pfizer vaccines at the time. I didn't get the booster shot yet. My plan was to get the booster shot after I was done working with UPS, because when I get the booster shot, I get like a really sore arm, and I get extremely tired for like a day or two. All right, and then I was like, I didn't want to work under those conditions. Okay, especially you're going to be lifting packages and stuff. Your arm's going to hurt, man. Yeah, so yeah, my plan was to get the booster shot after I finished working for UPS. Well, it turns out I got it before we stopped working for UPS. Technically, we stopped working for UPS on January 15th. So yeah, I was sick. I was really sick that whole week. I had like a fever, and I had like everything. All right, fever, chills, cough, headache, sore throat. You name it, I had it. All right, and if I had to describe it, like compared to like some other kind of disease that I've had or sickness, flu. All right, it was like a really bad flu. All right, I know flu 1-2 days I feel really, really bad, you know, and then I get better like after that. All right, and I still feel what I would say functional. Like I could still get up and like I can do stuff. But like for like 3 or 4 days I could not do anything. Yeah, it was like just to get out of bed was like difficult. So yeah, I was bedridden for like 3 or 4 days. It was really bad. All right, the rest of the people in the house that I live in, my family, they were not as sick as I was. All right, and so that's got to tell you something. Everyone else in my household, all right, because they're old. I got my parents, elderly people, and my sister is a healthcare worker, so they had to get the booster shot early before everybody else. So, and I didn't get the booster shot. I could have got the booster shot, okay, but I was kind of lagging on that. All right, and you can bet. Once I got better, I went and got the booster shot. So I did wind up getting that 3rd shot. All right, and it sucked. like I said, I was might as well, like, I'm a little bit better from COVID, and I might as well just extend the misery a little bit longer. That's what I said. All right. So yeah, about a week I was laid up in bed, like it was really bad, and then after that, for another week, I was still pretty sick. I didn't have the fever. All right, the fever is like the worst part of it. Like you just feel like crap, and you don't sweat, you know, and then like you would, yeah, and then like you would pee and like it would just come out clear all the time. It's like the water just goes straight through your body. You don't sweat at all. It feels horrible. Okay. All right, and yeah, and then another week went by, so it was like 2 full weeks I was pretty sick. All right, the next week wasn't as bad because I didn't have the fever, but I was still pretty sick and coughing. And even till now, all right, February 14, it's like, what is it? Yeah, it's been almost a month since I had COVID. I'm still kind of sick. I still have like a cough. All right, but other than that, and then also I was like really tired too. The next week I was really tired. I could only do something for like 30 minutes, and then I'd have to go back to bed. You know, I could eat, then I go back to bed. You know, check the mail, go back to bed. That kind of thing. I was pretty sick. The poor RAV4 just sitting in the driveway the whole time. You know, yeah, it was pretty bad. And even now, I'm still a little bit sick. All right, but I'm much better. I got a test the weekend after. All right, yeah, when I was really sick, I went and I had a COVID test. My sister drove us to the clinic she works at, and then we got a COVID test, and I came up positive. Okay. for what kind of COVID, I don't know. They don't tell you. So I'm pretty sure it's the Omicron variant. At no time I felt that like I couldn't breathe. All right, that was one of the things that, like, you get like pneumonia or something and like you can't breathe, and at no time I had anything like that, but I had like everything else. Okay, and I would still be like coughing up the mucus and all that stuff. So yeah, pretty bad. Even still now, I kind of am. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened after that last vlog, and so the days went by, really sick. No call from UPS. I might have gotten a couple phone calls, but nobody left a message. You know, I didn't bother calling them. I did kind of look up to see if UPS does have sick pay for COVID, and they did. All right, I didn't know how to get it though. So that's the thing. So, and then by the time I was like better. By the time I was better, that was it, you know. And I was working. I was actually doing a lot of DoorDash. So whenever I didn't deliver packages for UPS as a PVD, I did DoorDash. Okay, so after New Year's, I hardly worked at all. I think I worked maybe 2 days after New Year's. That was it. All right, and they were all right. And you guys saw that in the previous vlogs. That was it. You know, those 2 days were the only days that I worked for UPS after New Year's in 2022. And the rest of the time, I just did DoorDash. So, and the good thing is DoorDash kind of picked up, and I made some decent change. I will say, all right. And so DoorDash has a COVID sick pay thing, all right. Like pretty much all the employers have that. So that's good. I kind of work for like almost a month. Yeah, almost a month I didn't work because I was too sick, you know, and I didn't want to get other people sick. All right. I took another COVID test. Yeah, I think 2 weeks. A little more than a week after I took the last test, when I was starting to feel a little bit better, I took another COVID test, and I came up negative. So I don't have it anymore. So, but I still got some kind of lingering symptoms. That's what I'm saying. I just got a cough. I got a cough drop in my mouth right now. I didn't get a call at all till the 15th, and I was kind of sad. I remember the 15th rolled by, and I was kind of sad. I'm like, oh well. There goes all that, you know. HadesOmega was planning to make a lot of money doing the PVD work that didn't really pan out. I think, oh yeah, I got my W-2. I got my W-2 for 2021. All right, so this is 2021. This doesn't include the 2 days, you know. Okay, how much money did HadesOmega make working as a PVD in 2021? All right, so if you guys remember, I applied in early December, all right, and I didn't really work until like a week into December, all right. And like I said, there's a lot of, so I would work like roughly 3 days a week, 3 maybe 4, all right, if you're lucky. it's just not busy at certain times, all right, especially in the beginning of the week, all right. So that's the kind of like conditions that's how much work I got, all right, about 3 to 4 times a week, and it was most of the month of December, all right. So that's what I worked in 2021. So a little less than a month, HadesOmega made $3,322. That's it. Okay. Yeah, HadesOmega was hoping. Yep, United Parcel Service. That's my W-2. So I made $3,300. It's just not bad. That's actually pretty good. How much do I make doing DoorDash? Let me think. Yeah, DoorDash, I can make about $500 a week if I'm really diligent. So let's say 2,000. Yeah. So if I'm working real hard, HadesOmega can make about 2,000 doing DoorDash, and less than a month, HadesOmega made 3,300 doing the UPS PVD gig. All right, I call it a gig because that's really what it is. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I made around $3,300, which is pretty good. HadesOmega was planning to make like $10,000 or something. But rest assured, so what's HadesOmega gonna do for next year? I would like to work as a PVD again, okay? Even though, like, yeah, sometimes there's not a lot of work, I still have DoorDash and Uber, okay? So I think that'll work out just fine, all right? Or you can just take a rest, you know? I'm not gonna lie, the UPS PVD job is it's pretty tiring sometimes, okay? You got to make sure you eat a lot, you know, and sleep a lot, and you're just ready for work every day, because it's gonna test your limits. That's what I say. All right, you're gonna be working hard, okay, but you're gonna be making a lot of money, especially on Saturdays. So HadesOmega will always work on Saturdays, you know. HadesOmega's, you know, I do DoorDash, you know, so I work whenever I want to work. So I'm very flexible. So if they need me to work, you know, I will work for UPS. That's what I'll say. My plan is to my plan this year is to I would like to do the UPS PVD gig again, all right, and I would like to do it earlier, all right. Like that one driver said, that the best time to work, all right, the peak time is before Black Friday and like right after Black Friday. All right, so I worked right after Black Friday, type of thing, okay? So I would like to start working in like November or like October. I think they start hiring in October, I'm not sure, but I don't think they really do anything until like November. So if I can work if I can work for almost 3 months, then that's great. Okay, so that's my plan. Last year, HadesOmega's an amateur motorcycle racer. So last year I raced a lot, and I spent a lot of money on racing. So this year I think I'm going to not race as much, okay? Save the money, and I got a bunch of projects I need to get done. So HadesOmega is going to focus on making money this year, because I bought that RAV4 and that thing's not cheap. so I had to pay it off, all right? I still owe like $15,000 on it, and it was like $40,000 out the door, okay? It was $40,000 out the door, and I've got to make that money back, all right? And that's why I'm using the RAV4 to make the money. That's why I bought the RAV4. It's to help me do like work like this, okay? DoorDash and Uber, it's to help, you know, get me to places, you know, far away and stuff when I need it, all right? It's a very versatile vehicle, the RAV4. So yeah, how did the RAV4 do for UPS PVD work? It did great. It's a great vehicle to thing. There's no onboard maps. It was just kind of, that's I didn't like. My Prius had onboard maps on it, and I wish my RAV4 had onboard maps, because sometimes I don't want to look up on my phone. I would rather use it as a, you know, as the MDA, and I would rather have like a map on board the vehicle. So if you have onboard maps, it would help a whole lot. Onboard maps that are up to date, okay, like at least within like a couple years or something, or 5 years, something like that. All right. So that way, you know, a lot of the times when you're looking for another stop to deliver a package, it'll be around the block, on the next block, somewhere in the neighborhood, not very far. So it takes too long to put an address in and then type in Google and hit directions and then it leads you there. You don't need to do that, all right? All you need to do is look at the map, see where it's at, figure out where that street is in relation to you. And if I had an onboard map on the vehicle, now I might get like a separate GPS or something. Maybe that would help, or a tablet. I don't know. That would help a whole lot. Okay, is what I'm gonna say. So if you had onboard navigation on your vehicle, it helps. All right. I know a lot of vehicles are going away from that nowadays, but it would be really, really helpful if I had something like that. All right. Other than that, the RAV4 is a great vehicle. I hardly use any gas. All right. The gas like I said, the gas I filled up at the beginning of December when I first started is still in the gas tank right now. And it's like February. It's the middle of February already, and that gas from December is still in there. All right. So that tells you how much gasoline that thing eats up. All right. There's a couple nights that, yeah, we would blow through all the electrical power, the EV range, and then the hybrid engine would kick in, and then we would have to use gasoline. All right. But and I only went through like half the tank. You don't really drive all that much. At least for me, I didn't really drive that much. Some days are different than others. Some days you're gonna drive more than others. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Some days you get like 20 miles. Some days you'll get like 50 miles. All right. So, and it's just okay. You get paid for it. You get paid for the mileage. So it's not a big deal. All right. I don't mind driving, a whole lot if I have to. All right. But most of the time you're not. You're just gonna drive like around 20 miles or something, and that's including like commuting there and home for me. So okay, if you live far away, then yeah, I don't know what to say, man. But hopefully you live close to the package center. HadesOmega doesn't live too far, maybe like a few miles, like 4 miles or something from the package center, so I can get there pretty quickly. All right. Yeah, it was great. Since it's electric and like a hybrid, you don't use any gas, and it was comfortable. It had heated seats and everything. It was really cold when I was working. The RAV4 has a decent amount of cargo or payload. You can put a decent amount of packages in it. Okay, the really big packages, not really. Okay, like there is some really big packages that wouldn't even fit in the RAV4, and I don't know why UPS has any business giving me that kind of stuff to deliver, man. Give it to the driver, man. They got a big truck for that stuff. Okay. That being said, I wish the RAV4 was a little bit bigger so we could put the bigger packages, or we could put more packages. Okay. But I feel that it's just the right size. All right, it's just the right size. And I think many of the times when I pulled up to help PVDs, they're, oh, you got a big vehicle, that's good. So I guess a lot of people use small vehicles or cars and stuff, and it kind of doesn't cut it. So I'll say the more packages that you can carry, the more packages you can deliver, the more money you could make. All right, is what I'm going to tell you. So the longer you can be out there delivering packages, because you don't have to go back to the warehouse and stuff. All right, if you have to constantly be going back to the warehouse, or going back and forth to like pick up packages, it eats up at your miles. And then what are miles? It's money, right? that it eats from your wallet, type of thing, and you get more wear and tear on your vehicle, type of thing. So it helps to have like a bigger vehicle, like a small, like compact SUV. I don't know. Does a RAV4 count as a compact SUV? I would just call it a small SUV. Okay, I don't, because a compact SUV would be kind of like those teeny little cars, those crossover cars. Okay, I don't think the RAV4 is kind of compact. It's decent size. That's what I'll say. All right, so I would say a small SUV, a big SUV, or a van, or like a big, like a hatchback. All right, kind of like a Prius. All right, why I say a Prius? All right, yeah. So it's not that big a vehicle, and it's fairly easy to drive, and like I said, you can put a surprising amount of packages for how big it is. All right, and it gets like excellent gas mileage, and it's a hybrid, so like it doesn't, you don't have to turn it on and off all the time. You can just put it in park and then put the parking brake on, get out, get the package, and then thing, just pretty much like the RAV4. All right, or like an EV would be good. I saw people delivering in like Teslas and stuff, so that would be good also. Okay, yeah, so so that's what I have to talk about, the vehicles and all that stuff. And then Hades Omega, yeah, I'm planning to do it again. I would like to do it earlier this year, so I can cha-ching, cash onto that sweet money, sweet package delivery money, you know. And you know what? It is rewarding. All right. You're helping people deliver packages. You know, you're getting people their packages before Christmas. You're delivering presents and all that stuff. People are really appreciative of you this time of year. I mean, I'm really appreciative for, you know, UPS drivers and Amazon drivers, all those other, you know, and you can see it. A lot of the houses I delivered, some of the houses I delivered, they would have a sign with a little basket with a bunch of goodies, like, you know, treats and stuff. Like the neighborhoods I worked on were really nice. All right, they don't do that stuff around here where I live. All right, but yeah, it would say like, thank you for the work that you're doing. Go help yourself to some treats, you know, and yeah, people are really appreciative of the work you do. Okay, and they're really excited to get their packages. So it is kind of rewarding work, you know. This is the same thing with like DoorDash, you know. You're feeding people. You know, when people can get, you know, a food, you know, you're feeding people and people are happy, you know. So everyone's always happy to get their food most of the time, anyway. Yeah. So it's pretty rewarding work to do also. All right, you're getting people their stuff. You know, you feel like you're working, like you got a purpose, that type of thing. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's my experience doing the PVD 2021 and a little bit of 2022. All right. So expect that after New Year's. Yeah, after New Year's you're really not going to get any work, man. Okay. And yeah, just try to be diligent, try to work as much, you know, show them that like, yeah, you can handle the work, and like so they'll give you more and more work, you know, or they'll call you for work, you know. I don't know how they base their decision on who works and who doesn't work. Okay, obviously it's going to be like the people that are available. Okay. And it's pretty flexible work. All right. If they call you and they say, hey, you know, can you work today? You just say yes or no, you know. Or if they say, hey, you gotta go help a driver today, you can just tell them, hey, I can't work today. All right. Or you can just tell them the day before, like, hey, don't sign me up for work. If there is work, I can't work on this day, you know, that type of thing. Just be in communication with, you know, your supervisors and all that stuff. So, that's what I want to say. All right. I didn't really contact my supervisors all that much. Out of, you know, the only time I really interacted with the people at the center was when I was at the center. All right, when at the end of the day when I had to turn all the stuff in and bring in all the old packages and stuff. Yeah. For the most part, it's pretty chill. You know, it's pretty chill, and you can work at your own pace. You know, you don't have to go super fast. You don't have to go super slow. You know, just do what you can, you know. If you feel like it's tiring you out, then don't go so fast, you know. That's the name of the game, how well you can manage you know, your workload. All right. Okay, so yeah, that's the end of my vlog. I got COVID. I'm still kind of sick, you know, but I've been doing the DoorDash now. I did get an email from UPS. I did not have an exit interview. All right, so yeah, so okay, the last time I worked as a driver, you know, for UPS, I was, you know, like I mentioned, I was a off the street seasonal driver I was a seasonal driver, not a helper. I was a driver. I actually drove the brown trucks. Okay, and so I remember we had like an exit interview, like when they lay you off, they have all the drivers or workers come into the HR room. And then they say like, hey, yeah, you know, you did pretty good this year. You got no complaints, no complaints from your supervisors or anything. So like, and like, yeah, we would like to have you back. You know, if you want to. I can't have you be a driver anymore, but I could hire you as a package handler. All right, those are the guys that they work in the warehouse and they pack the trucks. They move the boxes in the warehouse where they need to go. Okay, and they put them in the truck in like the order, you know, 1,000, 2,000, 3. Yeah, they're the ones that pack the vehicles and stuff. and they work really early in the morning, and I was like, no, I'm not feeling that. They want you to kind of work your way up the ladder, right, type of thing, right? Even though you are totally capable of being a driver, Merlin, we can't have you start there. It kind of sucks, okay? But yeah, that's how it was for me last time, all right? I had an exit interview, right? And I said like, nah, okay, nah, I'm good, and that was it, I got laid off. And then I never worked for UPS again until this year, until my buddy told me like, yeah, he made a lot of money doing it. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds good to me. So I tried it out, and I liked it. The only thing I don't like is like, yeah, there wasn't enough work. Okay, that's why. And the supervisors assured me that there would be enough work, and I didn't get that feeling, man. It was like I was working about half of what I wanted to work, okay? Like, I was working like 3 or 4 days a week, 4 maybe, and sometimes 2 and sometimes 1. So yeah, dude, it's pretty bad, But like, if you can work on like Saturdays and those holidays, like the Christmas and stuff, like the Christmas Eve, you can make a lot of money with overtime and stuff. So it's up to you if you want to sacrifice those days. I just Megan, I've got anything better to do. So all right, but yeah, I did not get an exit interview. Like I said, I had COVID anyways. No one called me and say, hey, we're gonna come in and do an exit interview, blah blah blah, or we're gonna offer you a job, or whatever, type of thing. There was none of that. All right, I got nothing. I got an email from UPS. All right, that's what I got. I got an email from UPS thanking me for the work that I did as a PVD. There was a little movie that you watch, and they're like, yeah, during the peak season, we need your help and this and that, and we're really appreciative of the work, and everyone else is, and then there's like this cool kind of video that you watched. They're thanking seasonal help employees. Okay, and then like, see you next year. See you next year, right? That type of thing. All right, so, or see you at the end of the year. All right, so, all right, thus ends my UPS PVD vlogs. All right, so you probably won't see any more of these until the end of the year if I decide to do the PVD gig again. All right, and judging for like how well it paid, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it again. Okay, when I'm going to do it again, I'm not sure. It all depends on like what I got going on this year. Everyone's got different priorities, and everyone's got different availabilities. Okay, so but I need to make that money. I need to pay off that RAV4. Okay, and that's why I bought that vehicle. I bought that vehicle as kind of like a business venture a little bit. It kind of does everything. Okay. So thanks for watching my vlogs. I know they were kind of long. I hope they help anybody that was was thinking about doing the PVD job. Okay, it's hard work, and you need a decent vehicle. I saw people like just using any vehicle they had, and like, yeah, I think sometimes some PVD's vehicles would break down and stuff. I mean, there's nothing you can do if you get like a flat tire, you gotta fix it, but yeah, you just got to make sure you have a decent running vehicle, because you're going to put that vehicle through a lot of work. Okay, and you got to understand that, yeah, you're going to put some wear and tear on your vehicle, because you're going to be getting in, getting out, sliding packages in and out of it. So have a moving blanket. All right. I did notice like a lot of the PVDs, they knew what they were doing. Like you think HadesOmega knows what he's doing? Man, some of these PVDs, like I think some of those PVDs were former workers, employees for UPS or something. All right. Because they knew what was up. They had like hand trucks and stuff. They had these big vehicles, and they had, some people know how to do that job. Some people don't. All right, some people are just out there taking their freaking sweet time. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm on the other spectrum of it. Like, yeah, man, I'm awesome at this job. I'm going to try to do it as good as I can, efficiently. All right, I'm not going to try to kill myself doing it, but yeah, I'm gonna try as hard as I can. That type of thing. All right, so everyone has a different work ethic is what I'm saying. All right, Some people want to work really hard, and some people just want to sandbag. I was gonna say, all right. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the drivers told me, "Hey, you're going way too fast, man. You need to slow down. Like they're just gonna give you more work if you keep on going like this." And I was like, "Well, that's okay. It's fine with me." But yeah, don't try to go super fast and kill yourself, but don't try to sandbag too much. All right, is all I want to say. All right, for those of you sandbaggers out there. Okay, and yeah, and I heard a lot of these weird stories about the PVDs and stuff. I'm not gonna go over it. Okay, I already like mentioned some of the PVD stories. All right, I've met a lot of interesting PVDs. That's what I want to say. All right, and you get to interact with them like at the end of the day when everybody comes back. Everybody comes back at different times, but like at the end of the day, you'll see like 8 freaking vehicles in the warehouse. They're all PVDs. If it's not a brown truck, it's a PVD. Okay, that's for sure, man. All right, but yeah, I had a lot of fun, and like I said, UPS is an amazing operation. I would love to work for them again. All right, HadesOmega.